Hey guys, Rabidru here, back with another Starcraft Broodwar Remastered cast. Today we have a tournament match from the NWL tournament between Manadog, who is playing in the blue Terran, against Surikata, who is playing in the red Protoss. So we are on Polypoi today. Quite excited to bring you this PvT. This is a best of 3 that we are currently recording live now on Twitch. So if you do see any chat or interaction, it's from my Twitch viewers, which I think adds a nice dynamic to the chat. This is a best of 3 that we're recording live. They'll be uploaded as individual videos on my YouTube channel, but they're obviously all being viewed by the Twitch viewers at the same time, or as a set of the day. So quite excited to see what happens here. I know both these players a little bit, so I'm expecting a fairly macro-centric PvT. Lots of bases, lots of big fights, lots to look forward to. If you enjoy that and you enjoy StarCraft, I'm here twice a week, so consider subscribing to the channel. And if you enjoy this video, then please do hit the like button, because it helps. Anywho, plugs and other crap aside, we're on cross spawns, which also lends itself to a slightly more macrocentric game. So let's see how we go today. So everything fairly standard, no forward pylon rushing gateways, no gateways in the middle of the map. Seems to just be a normal scout timing as well. Cybernetics core, gas. Gas would go down now at about 11 if this is a bog standard build. Alright, and there it is. Barracks is here. We're building our link type wall. So just your standard stuff. Nothing too unusual or weird here to be found today. Okay, so Suri has scouted the close position first. Manadog has sent his SCV out and is also, interestingly enough, scouting his closest position first. Now, does he head this way or does he go straight? No, he's going straight. So I think Suri will find Manadog before Manadog finds him. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to look for is when he gets to 100 gas, does he pull off a couple of SCVs to gear up towards a factory expansion? Yes, he does. Okay, so this is going to be a factory expansion from our Terran player. And we have a Zealot that is coming out from Suri and our core. So a little bit of early Zealot pressure will test Terran player's micro. But this is quite a nice sim city. So I don't expect too much damage will be done here by the Zealot, but let's see what happens. Still scouting around. Hasn't found him. Gonna find him last. Okay, so we're moving in with the probe and the pylon. That's always a good thing. Probe and the Zealot, sorry. Always a good thing because the Zealots do good damage with the probe supporting. Okay, so the Marines go through the little wall and then move back. Very nice micro from Manadog. Oh, that Marine took a hit. That Marine's dead. Oh, I think I cursed him a little bit. So they've still got a lot of health. There's a goon in production. But the vulture. So that's why you tend to see the factory and then not an immediate machine shop. Terrans tend to push out the one vulture and then expand. The reasoning for that is that the Zealots are pretty worthless against vultures because you just micro them a little bit and that's that. Manadog really needs to throw down this command center. And then I think he's also supply blocked. But he has a depot on the way, so that should be okay. He'll probably throw down another factory shortly, and then he should be back on track with his build. Meanwhile, back in Protoss land, we're getting our range, we're getting a goon, our expansion is up, all fairly normal stuff. I think the damage from the Zealot was good because, well, he didn't kill a lot of units, he got an SCV, and most importantly he managed to delay the command center of the Terran player, which is kind of the whole point. And now we're getting up our armory before a second fac. So definitely an upgrade centric type build. Possibly it'll be interesting to see when the command center's timing is for the third base of the Terran. At the same time, we're going one gate robo, which is very standard when you've scouted that Terran is doing a factory expand. Now the target for Protoss will be to get their third base up around or before 6 minutes. There's your observatory. So to be safe, I would expect another gateway to go up now. So it becomes 2 gate obs. And then you should see a third nexus. So more bog standard sort of textbook play from either player you probably couldn't ask for. It's been very good. Interesting that there are no upgrades currently going out of Terran's machine shop, so we haven't seen mines researched yet. I lie. So mines was the first one that's just finished. We're not doing speed or siege mode as of yet. This is good play though from Manadog. He's getting good vision on the map, seeing where Protoss is potentially going to expand. There is no observer yet, and somehow these goons have threaded the eye of the needle and not run into this mine. Because this probe, where are you going? Okay, this is weird. Are you expanding here? There's a mine here anyway, so he's going to see. He's an observer. Observer's not spotting the mines. He might pick off this Volta without too much of a problem, but he doesn't have any observer support. Oh, he trips the mine but catches it. Trips the mine again but catches it. Pretty good stuff. So he's moving. Oh, taking a lot of damage on that goon. Siege mode is almost done, so I don't expect he's going to achieve much more here with this. He's still not able to get his third down, which means it's way later than what he would have wanted. His whole build, 2 gate obs, has now become 4 gate obs, which is not a thing. Third needs to be up, or if you're going to go for a 2 base build, it's usually very tech centric, which in this case we don't see the arbiter tech tree yet. We see the makings of it, but the tech buildings are not there. Yeah, so now eventually he's cleared the road, but Manadog, just with his early mine placement, and Suri potentially with some of his decision making, has delayed his third base here by nearly 2 minutes. I think this is going to be massively costly. So we're still ticking away with our workers. I think Terran is feeling really good about this opening. Still got some nice vision on the map. Knows that Protoss is still not expanded here. Has been planning to and been setting up this expansion for the last 2.5 minutes. But nothing. Okay, so now it's arrived. And it's honestly 2.5 minutes later than it should have been. And to compensate, he's added more gateways. So now he's 10 gates on 2 mining bases, 40 probes. So it's going to be a little bit of a lopsided thing in the sense that he's going to be needing to saturate his mining bases to sustain the amount of production he has, because these will sit idle as they all are now. One of them is producing, all the rest of it is doing nothing. So this whole build is been messed up by this delay, and it was a single mine. Very strange to see. Okay, so we've got 10 gates. I think the way that he may try and get around this is to double expand. But he's going to have to pump probes. Meanwhile, Manadog's gearing up to take his third, which I think he can do very safely without much stress. He's got nice mine placement all around, so this is very solid. His factory count now goes up to 5, which once you've got your 3 bases up as Terran is good. Science vessels coming out, expecting possibility of arbiters. So Manadog is in a really really solid position here. I think if Suri puts his 3 Nexuses on his hotkeys and starts to pump probes religiously, he could get going on his macro here, but you can see he can't earn the money faster than he can spend it. It's really struggling to generate the income he needs to sustain his production. He's only producing 2 goons out of 10 gateways, and he's building an arbiter. He's getting legs, getting his necessary upgrades. So I think this delay is going to wreck his plan here. There's no, I mean, this gap in supply is so small. At this stage of the game, Protoss should be on 140, and Terran should be more or less where they are now. So it shows you how far Protoss is trailing on their macro. Hey Surikata, I'm just busy telling everybody how your macro has been messed up in this game. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Good to see you. So yeah, we're getting our 4th going. We're catching up on our saturation. Can we produce out of our gates? No, because we just don't have the income. So our initial predictions are that Terran is in the lead here. Although now we're starting to ramp up our production a little bit. I think if Protoss takes a passive stance, in other words, despite the fact now that he's probably didn't have the build he wanted, getting 8 gateways before his 3rd Nexus, he can wait for Terran to come to him, try and keep expanding, and then maybe win on the counter. Ooh, we have a lurking dropship here in the corner. Alright, so we are bringing some High Templars into the mix as well. I always like this composition. You have the skills to storm and stasis and micro your ground-based army, continue to macro behind this and expand, then as a Protoss player versus Terran, you are going to have a pretty good time. So usually Protoss is maxed at this point, but as mentioned several times, because of some of the glitches in his builds, he is not maxed, but that being said, he's on the field with Arbiters, he's on the field with High Templars with Storm. I haven't been keeping track of his upgrades or the number of forges, but he's doing another upgrade. So he's got +1, and then I think he's going to have +2 ground momentarily. Question is, do you attack into this entrenched position? Or do you wait for Terran to come to you? We will see. 1 observer. Nope. Okay, I need turrets here, so observers could potentially just park right here and have a pretty good view of what's there. Also, Protoss has not got vision of Terran's other potential expansions, which I think is interesting, because that to me would be good intel and good targets, because eventually when Terran starts to run out of money, they need to spread their mechanical units around to cover their bases, and that's really where the opportunities for Protoss to poke in and attack come from. Alright, so here comes some bobs. Just trying to find the angle that he comes in at. Okay, so we're gonna have an engagement here. I think Terran's just got too much. Unless this engagement just goes really badly. We're basically attacking with ground units with a little bit of storm. They're coming in a conga line fashion. I just think Protoss needs to pull away here. This is not a good attack. Oh, he's got such a strong line of tanks. That's a good storm. Got 1 off. And here comes the Arbiter. But he's got a... he had a vessel. His vessel gone. Okay. I think Terran more than held their own in that attack. I think credit to Protoss for pulling away there. And don't let your Arbiter die. You're going to come in at this angle. I don't think that's going to go better. Scouting this as an expansion, good decision. Oh, you mean they're pathing? Arbiters, yeah. Yes, I've seen so many videos where it looks like the Protoss player is just like, I want my arbiters to die today. I can fully understand that their pathing is infuriating. Okay, so the players are banking up a little bit of cash. Suri's not max, neither is Manadog, so struggling to hit their macro all the time. It is one of the harder things to do in Starcraft. Are these slow vultures? Vultures don't have speed at this stage of the game? That is a bit of a surprise. Yeah, the science vessel is just being tickled. Alright, so it looks like Suri's gearing up for round 2. I just feel like going into this entrenched position, unless he knows a secret about Starcraft that I don't, going to result in a lot of pain. And here he's picking off some zealots with his slow vultures. Uh-oh. Mind. Whoop. Ouch. It is patient. It's a big build-up. Trying to maybe max, trying to have as many units as you can. But it's not a flank. It seems to all be from one side. It's waiting for it. Set up for it. He's got the mines in front for it. The only thing I can assume is he's charging up a recall. Got the energy for the recall. Vultures here harassing. It's good Terran play. So we need to track these arbiters. He's got energy for recall. He's got energy for recall. Doesn't look like we're recalling. Looks like it's going to be a stasis festival here. Let's see. That's a lot of stasis. Ow. Is he going to stasis again at the back? Yes. Is that going to do the trick? I don't know. This is close. I heard the High Templar die. I don't think he got any storms off, which is very unfortunate. But this line of tanks has been really subdued by the stasis. And Protoss are getting huge amounts of penetration because of that. But these tanks will come out of stasis soon, so we have to do some seriously critical damage. I think I'm missing some counterattacks too, because you're down to 40 workers. Probably missed that earlier. Okay, so he's got third. And these zealots are on top of these tanks. Where's your rally? Okay, you're remaxing nicely. They're taking that base out. Position on top here to take out these tanks. Alright, that was a beautiful example of patient build-up and understanding that without stasis there, you're going to get no penetration. So you brought in 3 arbiters and stasis some of the tanks at the back, which I think new players forget to do. All your arbiters died, rip, but they did good work. They did really good work, and I think this is just too little. So you can probably just overpower him now with your standard tier 1 gateway units, and that is going to be GG. So an interesting game. I think Suri would probably admit that his build did get messed up. His Nexus timing was 8.5 minutes, and at that stage he already had 8 gateways. The mine placement there, he had his probe in position to take the base, but just couldn't do it. But that being said, he poked in early, didn't throw his army away, waited for the 3 arbiters, positioned nicely with the observer to see how deep the tank line was, applied the 3 stasises, and that was just good enough to get him across the line. GG. If you enjoy the cast, I cast twice a week, so do subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.